Getting into it.
Yep, we sure were.
Hey, we're Sage Against the Machine. Hey, we're back again.
Yes, we are.
What are you thankful today, Isaac?
I'm thankful that I'm here and my heart is back in rhythm.
Yes, we were recording on November 27th. Apparently, this is like a day, people.
This is, I mean, like, I don't mean to offend anybody by this, but because we don't celebrate any of this stuff, like...
Yeah, we definitely didn't make dinner most of the day.
Not you. I'm just saying, like, me and my family, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas or any of that. So, like, I swear, almost every year, we'll go out to Messina on Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, and everything's closed. And, like, what the hell? Like, why is everything closed? And then you have to actually, it's Thanksgiving. Yeah. Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah. Well, American Thanksgiving, you go over to the Canadian side. That's the work.
That's what actually
over there.
Loons and La went over to get shawarma.
A shawarma, yeah. We made turkey. We actually made a great dinner, and it was fun.
What'd you have besides the turkey?
My sister made turkey. Oh, by the way, I saw some people posting on Facebook asking for traditional things they could cook because they do the dinner. Mm-hmm. Well, we're not going to argue too hard against food.
Right.
Right. Like having a feast, you got the day off. Fuck it. Let's go. I just thought it was silly because they were like, corn mush and berries. And I'm like, turkey?
Yeah.
Turkeys are indigenous.
Yeah.
Turkeys are indigenous. Turkeys do not come from Turkey.
And turkeys are delicious.
Yeah. The whites did not have turkey till they came here.
Yep.
They had a turkey fowl. That was a completely different bird from the former Ottoman Empire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, completely different bird.
What does it look like?
I don't know.
Is it extinct now?
No idea.
Okay.
But they also had the guinea fowl, which sometimes they mistaked with
that one. I've
turkey.
heard of.
Yeah, I used to own them.
Actually, you know what? There's a movie. You owned a guinea fowl?
Yeah, they don't do well in our climate.
I would kind of think that was obvious, but I'm not going to judge you.
They did well till they escaped, and then I never saw them again.
Okay. Maybe they made it.
No, they escaped in the winter.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're dead.
They actually there's a movie that came out recently. I haven't watched it yet, but it's called like On Becoming a Guinea Fowl or something. And I was like, but I haven't watched it yet.
We'll probably find out that name is like super racist.
Maybe.
I don't think so. I
don't think so. Like if you say Guinea and you're talking about Italian people, that's offensive.
Yeah, but you can still be racist to the Italians. It's okay. It's like the last one.
I don't know. People are still racist against Irish people too.
Yeah,
but not like really a race. It's an ethnicity.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Irish people from Ireland will look at Irish claiming period from the American side and really, no, you're Americans. You're not Irish.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, I've met people from Africa, and they'll say like, black people in America, like, you're not African. Your origin is, but. That's the whole thing.
You guys figure it out. It's not my problem.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
care.
I don't want to delve into black people's problems. We got enough of our own.
They have enough problems. We share many problems.
We do.
And they're all white. On this day, we celebrate the pilgrims and stuff. My feed on social media is just like entirely like people on their day off, like shit posting. About, I guess it's good to build awareness and just not. It's super weird when you say Native people who are like clueless.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, this is great.
You know what though? Like I can't really. I don't know. Maybe I'm softening up even more as I get older, but I kind of have. I don't know. I'm trying not to be as judgmental because I realized that when I was younger, I didn't know shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so like people who don't know that stuff.
Sound like Henry Rollins says, when I was in my 20s, I thought I knew everything. And now that I'm in my 30s, I didn't know shit. And then when I was in my 30s, I thought I knew everything. Now that I'm in my 40s, I thought I was totally full of shit when I was in my 30s.
Yep.
And now that I'm in my 50s.
It really is. It's a process. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I literally, like the Seven Nations, I didn't read anything. I didn't really, I never delved into it. I literally thought the Seven Nations, like that was all just made up nonsense. Yeah. And then When I went to work at the court, well, I went to work
at the wampum belts and the treaties.
I went to work at the court, and then PJ's a historian, and he was like, "Read this, read this, read this, read this, and then we'll talk." And
don't you know words are the creation of the white man? And
I know it has no value. You know what? I was thinking about that too, like how there are. I mean, we have our own people who will say.
There are many people who will say that
it's of no value. And to me, that's bonkers.
Many people who aren't good at reading.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna make that leap, but yeah, I just like
that's not our way, but this airplane is.
Yeah, it's bonkers to me. Like, just because a white guy wrote it doesn't necessarily mean that those things didn't happen.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe in the relaying of the message, some things are a little murky. But
I mean, yeah, I think when they wrote down merciless Indian savages, they were editorializing.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not specifically saying that.
I am.
No, I know you are.
I fit that description.
Oh, I thought you were saying like the relaying of the messages.
No, I'm
themselves.
saying I am a merciless Indian savage, but that's okay.
All right.
You can tell by my skin color.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the most indigenous of them all. You can tell. Look at
the most light-skinnedness ones.
I know. This is between the two of us. We're a whole Indian.
Yep.
Probably. Listen,
look at my arm.
Yeah, we're too afraid of 23andMe.
Yeah.
We might be disappointed.
I know, especially like in Onkwehonwe, because like I'm half, but I would. Like, I don't want to do a DNA test because I don't want to find out it's like actually like 38% or something. Like that would really bum me out. But DNA that's a colonizer's way.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what though? I would refuse to do a DNA test because, like, seriously, on principle, I am not going to give the government any access to like just have my DNA.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they totally can't get that. It's not like they run our clinic or something.
Hey, I'm not saying that. I'm just, why would I willingly offer that up to them?
Well, it's not the government you got to worry about either. I mean, you do, but it's these private companies that then just take that.
Yeah.
And for sure, one day up the road, people will be like, "Hey, we should do DNA testing to figure out our membership."
Yeah, they will.
And we're going to define it based purely on eugenics, because if we based it on our choices and our culture, we're going to have to kick off like more than half the people.
Yeah, but some people might like that.
Yeah, some people would. I think if we had per cap, the per cap people love doing that because that makes how much more money they get.
Like my understanding is that like I'm thinking of one in particular in California. We have some people in Onkwehonwe who are from there and had kids here.
I know. I tried to get my kids to find one of those, the Czech-based Indians, to hook up with, but nope, they just went to Jock Road.
But my understanding is that out there, they are really restrictive on who gets put into their roles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's just the way things happen. And that kind of leads into the stuff that I was telling you that I thought we should talk about today.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people are Cherokee, turns out, and it turns out most of them are Cherokee. For a while I wondered why that was. There were so many Cherokees, and it turns out that the Cherokees are pretty welcoming to people joining them.
Yeah.
And that there's an idea that, hey, you want to be one of us? That just pushes up our numbers and gives us more power politically.
I mean, that's actually kind of smart in a way, strategically, because the Cherokees, there's what, like over 400,000 on their rolls or something?
So they say something like 460,000.
Yeah. So, that is a large voting bloc who actually they would have to listen to, particularly in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So,
I bet you they're all weirdo Christians, though.
Maybe. Have you ever actually met a Cherokee from out there?
I have, but
I don't know that I have.
I have. I've met like Indian-looking Cherokees.
Yeah.
They kind of don't like.
Yeah, but I think aren't the ones who like have more of the stereotypical look from most of them are from like North Carolina though, right?
I don't know.
Anyway,
they're mostly in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, but there's still a band in
God, we're experts on this.
In North Carolina or Georgia or whatever. The ones who didn't, I think I think they're descendants of the ones who didn't go on the Trail of Tears, I believe.
Well, a famous Indian guy turned out to be not an Indian.
Yeah, what's his name? Thomas King?
Thomas King. You know, I haven't read his books.
You have?
I haven't.
Oh, neither have I.
I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know who this guy is.
I had no clue who it is.
But my academic friends were bummed.
Yes, that was
almost as bummed as my mother was about Buffy St. Marie.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the first one was Gerald Alfred posted a picture of the guy and be like, hey, there's one Indian in this picture, turns out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I did see.
I mean, the guy looks like a something. He's not a.
He doesn't
he's not
look
a white.
No, he doesn't have like the stereotypical
he's got the eye
white.
folds.
Yeah, I mean, he's got
better eye folds than I do.
When I saw the picture of him, I'm like, I could see. You know
Japanese,
what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know, but he doesn't. It looks like somewhere in there is some sort of brown. You know,
maybe he should have got a 23andMe.
I know, maybe, but I mean, yeah, it was the people who like the smart people who read more than I do, who I noticed that were bummed out about this. I didn't know I honestly didn't know who he was, and I didn't realize I didn't know that he was such a big deal in academia.
Yeah, so people were bummed, and it brings up the conversation: what makes an Indian?
Yeah,
and who are we to say? Two half-breeds with loud mouths and light skin in a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Who happen to also be traditional, oddly.
Yeah,
like
do my best.
Yeah, traditional.
I mean,
Jedi Knights.
Yeah, so I mean, like that was in. So you and I talked about this a little bit. Our friend Ansley Jemison, the Original Peoples podcast, he went on this show, One Mic, One Spoon, and they were talking about Thomas King and Pretendians, and it started off in that sphere. And by the way, I laughed so hard when Ansley started out early on, and he was saying like how people become
by injection.
By injection, I was thinking it right away, and I even texted him after. I'm like, that was awesome, because like how many times have we all heard that on the res? Like, oh, he's native by injection. Like, or she's native by injection. I was dying.
I know some super militant guys with the white girlfriend or white.
Yeah, for sure, definitely, and that was like. I was so happy that he said that. I was a little surprised because, I mean, like, you're real good friends with Ansley.
Yeah.
Like when you talk to him, you know, he's not as, you know, he'll like open up a little bit more. And I was like very surprised to hear him say that on the air. That was wonderful. Ansley, like.
Well, you can be a little rougher on other people's podcasts.
Yeah, you can
it's
actually.
Their house, not yours.
That is true. Yeah, it's like going to another territory.
Yeah.
My son went to Cattaraugus, I don't know, like 2-3 weeks ago, and I told him, you are in another territory, behave yourself, and do not cause any trouble. And he was like, okay, Legany, I will.
Find one of those girls.
Right. I wouldn't mind. That wouldn't be bad.
Did they get the checks? I think they get
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, get one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I won't have to support him forever.
And they need some genetic variety.
Actually, I can't say that about him. Actually, that kid, he like when he's not in school and stuff, he works, like he banks his own money. So actually, I can't really talk shit about my son because he is a good boy.
Good job.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we were talking about that, and then and they were speaking about the Thomas King stuff, and they brought up Buffy St. Marie, and when it came in there, that was interesting to me because I know what I was seeing online was most natives were like, it's really fucked up that, you know, she did that and all this. But Ansley pointed something out, which I think it's not only fair, it's a point that we need to actually have a discussion about. Yes, I didn't delve into her story like too deeply, but from what I saw, it looked like she grew up believing that she was, you know, native and around native people.
Well, no, I don't know. That's according to was the CBC?
Yeah.
According to what they found, she grew up in like Massachusetts with a family, and none of the other family, they were like, this is wild that she has this story, but they kind of just let it go or whatever.
Right, but that's one part of, you know what I mean? So like, I'm not making.
But somehow she made it her way to like
a
res in Canada.
It was like,
and there's families there that will claim her.
It was Cree territory, right?
Something like that. I've read this story on the news because my mother's generation, Buffy is like here. My joke is, my mother's like one of those Trump people, but for Buffy St. Marie. Like Buffy St. Marie could have been on the island and she'll be like, okay, I'm with it. Like,
yeah,
she'll still go to the concert.
Yeah. Hey,
She'll still see that's my Buffy. Even though it turns out that how Indian are you and I? More Indian than Buffy St. Marie.
right. She looks more than like in a stereotypical way. She looks way more than
get
me.
in a tanning booth, dye your hair too.
Yeah. Well, I don't tan. I just go really red and I bubble up and then I go back to this. So I don't think that would work for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, so I just started thinking about this and I'm not trying to pass judgment on everybody because there was a point made and I know that this actually happens where somebody grows up, maybe even on territory somewhere, you know what I mean? And they're told their whole life that they're native and all this, and they genuinely believe it.
Yeah.
And they engage in the culture. They grow up in the culture. They're advocates. They're activists. All this stuff, and then all of a sudden they find out that they're just not native.
Yeah.
And so that idea of just automatically condemning anyone who runs up against that into that situation just kind of makes me think more on it. Is like, if you're a pretendian and you're definitely, you're not native, you're taking resources away from somebody, or you're stifling the voice of a real Onkwehonwe who, that should be there, then I have nothing but condemnation for you.
Right.
But there are people who grew up truly being told, believing that they are native.
Well, okay, I'll use my father for example, because my father's a white guy. And he had that story too, that, we have Ojibwe or Chippewa ancestry, and it, was a while back, and someone named Minnie Yurtaw, and then my cousin Kenny on my dad's side gets a 23andMe, and there's like fucking zero.
Like Mayflower type shit?
Yeah, like you are entirely English.
Yeah.
No, English, French.
Yeah.
So
Mayflower.
Yeah, no French in my blood. Maybe that's why I'm so racist against the French.
You know how much French DNA there is in around, like in the Northeast?
My God!
I mean, come on.
Oh, I look like the Lost Dauphin himself. Come on now. Come on now. If I sign up for one of these fucking movies, they're gonna put me with the Vikings.
You know what? Yeah.
And I'll do it. I have the long hair. I'll braid it.
One day we got to see if we can get Philip back on here, and then you guys can tell the Lost Dauphin story.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't remember it very well, but
I
know it's funny.
Been full of shit for a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn funny.
We're fucking storytellers.
Yeah. Masterful.
Yeah, that's why nowadays people got side men and side chicks. Back in the day, they had side families.
Yeah. I mean, not too long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, like legit.
You can get one in Brooklyn, one at home. Why not?
Yep.
I'm looking at you people.
Yeah. Little Gunnawanga, there was probably plenty of guys.
There's a lot of little Gunnawaggas going on down there.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, I think about this idea because blood quantum itself is centered in eugenics. It's from the late 1900s, the late 19th century. It's the same movement that they used on Jewish people in Nazi Germany. It's the same kind of thinking. In fact, Hitler and the Third Reich and Himmler, all these guys were inspired by the United States and their treatment of Indians.
Yep.
And then also the Zionist movement in Israel was also inspired by the removal of natives, because they use the exact same thinking and blood quantum and all that on the Palestinians.
Yep.
The indigenous people
who are actually Semites.
Yeah, who are actually Semites and indigenous to the area and have Levantine blood. If we want to go by blood quantum, if we want to use genetics, are genetically tied to that piece of land.
Yes.
From time immemorial.
And they see, that's the thing, is that the European, like the European Ashkenazis, they do a good job of muddying the water, because there are Jewish people who are still Jewish who are indigenous to that land.
Yeah.
They actually have Levantine blood.
Yeah.
And so it's just, like...
And Ashkenazis do have some.
And
it's
yes,
not
but
zero.
It's such a tiny fraction. It literally it goes back to 4 ancient descendants, like 2,000 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. It's a eugenics type thing. And it's also ignoring, what our cultural history tells us.
And it's going back to what you were saying, and Ansley mentioned someone who grew up in territory, and that's a different situation. Like, we don't have to paint with a broad brush,
right?
And that's what the overculture likes to do.
Sure,
they like to create boxes, and they like to create these generalizations, and they never want to get granular. And okay, this guy, you know what? This is our rules, but this guy doesn't fit our rule. He's just always been here.
Right.
He goes to our shit. He speaks our language. We kind of don't fucking care.
Yeah. I mean, like when we had Philip on here that one time, he said, like, when you really look at our history from, a good overview, you're saying like he tells you, like, our people were just trying to do what they could to make it.
Yeah.
And
we're still doing that.
And we have to do that.
We're still doing that because the rules that a lot of reserves follow are the rules set out by the federal government.
Yep.
And then now we tie money into it. And a lot of those people have lost their culture. Because one thing we were talking about, like, on the porch, is often the discussion becomes around blood and not around, like, well, what are the cultural choices? Are you still an Indian if you're, like, don't do Indian stuff?
Right.
Like, but I'm not here to define what an Indian stuff is, okay. But like, if you're not doing any of it,
yeah,
you're like, if you don't speak the language, you don't do the ceremonies, you don't have any connection to the land, really.
Yeah,
you just were born here and you live in every other way like anyone else, and any non-native. Then what are you really?
Yeah, so. I mean, and people who are like full blood or whatever, they can always rely on that their their DNA, their blood is that is what their major standing is for their indigenousness. But it's like, I don't know, it's just tough to, like, when we talk about this stuff, it's coming from, I mean, it's different, right? Like, me being a half-breed and my mom being white, I know that I have this bias towards wanting to defend the people who, you know what I mean? Like, born without a clan and these kinds of things, because there are a segment of people who treat you like shit.
There's tons of people who just want to be the most Indian in the room.
Yep.
And they're happy to be the big fish in the small pond. And it's really just an expression of ego and trauma.
Yes.
Because those same people a lot of them would be ding-dongs. Mm-hmm. It would be kind of useless.
Yeah.
It would, and that's all they really have to cling to. And it actually reminds me, going back to Trump, it reminds me of people cling to the right-wing ideals of MAGA and all that it's easier to be mean and awful and have this one thing to cling to. I'm 90%.
Because you can get people to disengage from getting into it with you by doing that.
Yeah, yeah. So how do we define it? But then there's the straight up, like, why? If Joe, I'll do some of my comedy. I'm less worried about pretendians in academia than I am about pretend whites on the res. The pretend whites on the res decide who gets a house.
Yes.
Right. They decide where funding goes to locally. They're printing up stuff for the church and not directing money towards demolishing our traditional ways.
I mean, there is, I'm not going to deny that there is a segment of that too in some of the more res powerful circles. I just like reeling it back a little bit just so that they can, like, let's all look at it. And I mean, people might get pissed at this, but I mean, honestly, when you take that kind of view, like Ansley on that show, he talked about extending the rafters.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's something that we did. Like, you've seen the name books for the clans.
Yeah.
The practice was that, especially after all these people died.
Now we have name spreadsheets.
And oh, really?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the books.
Yeah, I mean, we have books still, but
yes,
but we have name spreadsheets.
But all I'm saying is, when it comes to that, it's like you take that and look at it, and you realize, I mean, this is written down in Western history style, but there were times when the people were decimated and they would need to replenish the clan names and all that.
Yeah.
And they would adopt a bunch of white people.
Yeah.
I mean,
And other Indians.
Yeah,
And
sure.
anybody who crossed our path.
Well, I mean, anybody, and that's the thing too, is when
It's almost like we ate people.
don't
Metaphorically.
do it. Yeah.
Metaphorically speaking.
Here we go.
Metaphorically. Well, sometimes literally. But
I know, yeah. I knew you were going to do that. But that's the thing is like, especially when your population is devastated by the things that the colonial people have done to you, there's people in our own res who are not native at all, but who really add a lot to the community. I mean, and so like those are the kind of people that back then I would imagine they would be the ones who the people would say, we need to bring them in,
Well, it's a good thing we're Haudenosaunee and we have what's protocol.
Yes.
We have the two-row wampum, we have the circle wampum, we have the white roots of peace. We have all these metaphorical devices and ways of thinking to add peace and people to our extended rafters.
Yeah.
The whole point of that Confederacy flag is to make it bigger.
Yes.
So we could end up with world peace.
Yes.
I don't know if our ancestors realized how big the world was and how unpeaceful those people over the water are, because they are extremely violent people. Yes,
definitely.
Like, their entire culture revolves around war. I don't think they realize it.
It really is all about
it's like war and competition and just fucking each other up and stealing and just making fake rules. And
I mean, it's worked pretty good for them for a long time.
I mean, sure, it might leave the planet in cinders, but...
Well, I'm not saying that it's I'm saying good as in for them, it worked out because they were able to control most of the world. Now that's starting to flip around. I love China now.
I mean, the whole capitalism thing has led to a giant explosion in human population and longevity. Like, we can't lie that of all the isms, it's probably created the most like extended lifespan.
Oh, here comes a libertarian.
No, it's just a better way to distribute stuff. Partial capitalism has worked a little bit better than
partial capitalism.
Partial communism.
Yes,
mostly communism doesn't work out too well.
Doesn't really work. I'm fully ready to admit that.
I mean, look, I'm not a socialist, but if we're going to spend billions of dollars, I'd rather be on welfare programs and battleships.
Yes, exactly.
Like,
why would you spend $1 trillion a year when you could easily feed everybody? And I mean, and infrastructure is crumbling. I know.
I think functional infrastructure is a better investment than blowing shit up overseas.
I mean, China has high-speed rail like all over. I think it's like 26,000 miles of high-speed rail lines.
Yeah. Try to take an Amtrak to California.
Dude, I was looking at taking a train to Tennessee, right? 38 hours.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
That's like ridiculous.
But look,
I think that's what, like a 14-hour drive or like maybe 18-hour drive.
Well, look, meanwhile, we have great airlines. It's not like they're falling out of the sky every other week.
Yeah.
Hey, it was working pretty good not that long ago.
Yeah. I knew you were being facetious, but like all I could see in my head is like two planes just running into each other. Pow!
Come on, it was just that one time, and it's just that one plane that just fell out of the sky.
Yeah, and only one or two
it
or
just
four
wiped out half of a town.
Wiped out on the runway and all. There's no issues in the aeronautics industry.
That's because the FAA is socialism.
Yeah.
Air traffic controllers are socialism.
I know that's an instance where socialism is good. Like you lay off all these air traffic controllers, and then all of a sudden it's like, maybe not a good idea to do that. Nobody can travel for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they're going to replace that with AI.
It will. Yeah, that's going to be what happens.
AI doesn't get tired.
No. And it can make better decisions.
We'll see.
Well,
we'll see.
Okay, here we go. But yeah, so I mean, like you were talking about the protocols and stuff.
Yeah, we have a protocol that's wholly different than the idea of blood quantum and eugenics and citizenship and all of that. And I think if we apply those protocols, a lot of people would be disappointed in their choices in life.
Yeah.
Because they actively walked out of.
Yeah.
Like
really stepped out of the circle.
Oh, yeah. Like if you join the army Yeah, I stepped right out of circle. Guess what? You just joined a foreign military and did unpeaceful things to people who never did anything to you because somebody told you it was awesome.
And I know, like, I don't.
Oh, and if you're a Handsome Laker, so Handsome Lake says, if you're forced to join the military, Creator looks out for you. But
So if you're drafted.
But if you join willingly, Creator turns his back on you.
Huh. I never.
And in one of those prophecies, it's in there. It's
Okay.
like
No. I believe you. I just.
Yeah, it's the whole, he's got prophecies that go after Corn Planter and Red Jacket too.
Right.
He was upset with them.
Yeah.
Funny how his personal enemies made it into his prophecies.
Yeah.
No way.
A bunch of warriors, a bunch of actual warriors who don't like each other.
Yeah. Who ever heard of that happening?
Yeah, never.
I've been around warriors. They all get along with each other.
Yeah, man.
They don't just talk constant shit about each other all the time.
They don't just wear tattoos of it and
Sell crack.
talk shit.
Yeah. Well, I said that thing around a Faith Keeper one time, and she got really upset with me because her dad is in the army, and she was really proud of it.
I mean, when it comes to that, I don't begrudge. I mean, there's all kinds of reasons. I know
you have a supercomputer in your pocket. If you're dumb enough at this point, you know better. You know better. If you don't know better, you're joining a cult.
Well, I'm not
If
touching that one.
If you can bring it back to the people, I've only known one guy ever who did that, but
The guy we were talking about earlier?
yeah, I'm not gonna say his name on here.
No, I know.
Yeah, there's one guy who did that, who brought it back to the people.
Yeah.
But most of them just bring back like physical injuries and mental disabilities.
I mean, I think that's kind of the case with pretty much. I mean, like, that's what happens to many people who join the military. And it's not that, I mean, I don't know, when you look at like national defense and stuff like that, I don't really think, I mean, the U.S. cannot claim to just have a military for national defense. That is ridiculous.
They renamed it to the Department of War.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is.
That's what it is.
I mean, come on. I mean, the CIA is a secret, they have secret armies.
So the FBI.
Who are highly, the FBI, NSA, they have.
The Border Patrol.
I mean, like when you, there's those shows like that you and I watch sometimes, and it's, these are guys like Delta Force. Yeah. They end up going to work for the CIA in their private army, and those guys will say, the Army, the Marines, the SEALs aren't even the baddest.
No.
Those specially picked ones.
Yeah, the ones that work for
in the CIA and NSA or whatever. Those are the baddest.
Yeah, the special operations groups.
Yeah,
the ones where 4 guys can tip over a whole government.
Yes.
So says the propaganda that I watched on YouTube.
Well, yeah, whatever. I kind of tend to think, well, of course, because that's what I want to believe, I guess. But
because you watch Delta Force, you're like, that's so awesome.
I mean, come on, it is kind of awesome. I mean, those 80s action movies.
Steven Seagal's so good at martial arts,
dude. I don't care what you say. Under Siege is one of my favorite action movies of all time. I love it,
especially when the girl pops out of the cake.
Yeah.
That is my favorite part of the movie.
When you're 10 years old and you see that, you're really happy. Yeah, I don't know that I should have been watching Under Siege when I was 10.
There's a lot of movies we shouldn't have been watching when we were 10.
No, I shouldn't have watched Pulp Fiction when I was 12.
Nope.
That is not right. But still one of my favorites.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to think about this stuff. And then, people talk about the no clan, no plan thing. And it's like, well, why do you even know why you say that?
Because it makes me feel better than you.
Right. And that's all.
I have a clan, man.
Yeah.
I have a snipe clan. Oh, wait, that's an Onondaga clan? Oh, you don't have a voice here. This is Mohawk territory, even though, the Mohawk territory when? What are we talking about here? The 6 Nations or the 7 Nations?
Yep.
Because the treaty we abide by that created the reservation is called the 7 Nations Treaty.
And do you know
Treaty of 1796, who's the only one that's actually honored, because they're not honoring the Canandaigua one very well.
No.
So I don't know what to tell you, bud.
And the Mohawks didn't sign that one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that's part of it too, is like, if people could look back, you know how many Abenakis would be in their lineage at some point?
There's so many here.
Almost everybody probably.
If your last name's Benedict, you have direct.
Yeah.
Direct.
I mean, at one point, there were more from the meager readings that I've done, it's my understanding that there were more Abenakis here than Mohawks at, the early.
And thousands of Onondagas.
Yep.
There's more Onondagas in Akwesasne. If you're going by like clan and like region, like, because also these things are supposed to grow.
Sure.
These things are supposed to change.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have dogma.
No. We're not supposed to.
I know. It's almost like a bunch of Catholics became traditional and carried the idea of dogma with them.
I mean, it's...
Whoever heard of that happening? I
don't really... And that's the thing is, like, we get so like focused on these things, and it's like, are you really... Do people really want to be that exclusionary? And I think it is. It's just you want to feel better, like you're more Indianer than somebody else.
Probably some of that is probably like...
But ignorance, too.
People form attachment to ideas, and if it
to an identity,
because you see this like in left-wing circles. If you don't meet the perfect identity, people are criticizing Zoran Mondani for meeting Trump. Like they're criticizing him for not being wild enough, when it's like he just keeps saying, "I'm trying to look out for New York the best I can."
And it is politics.
Yeah,
I'm already criticizing Zoran, so
no.
Well, but I'm really only criticizing him because
the left eats itself that way.
It does. It can.
It constantly does. No one's good enough.
The thing with Zoran is, it will go back to what we were talking about, but the reason why I've been criticizing him lately is because he went to that DSA meeting and said that Shiose should not be primarying Hakeem Jeffries, which is stupid. I mean, like, who cares? He's a House rep.
Yeah.
Oh, he might be the Speaker of the House. Well, he's not right now.
Yeah.
And what can he do to actually hurt New York City?
I don't know, man.
Not much.
I don't know. But there might be a reason for it. Maybe he doesn't think the other guy can win.
Well, that's the other thing.
Maybe he thinks he's a loser.
I mean, the other guy probably isn't going to win.
Well, then maybe he's like, I'm not going to back a loser.
Right. But that's a political calculus.
Yeah.
And so, like, that part I get. I just think it's more of a, why would you step on somebody like that when Hakeem Jeffries is one of the biggest APAC and, corporatist like sellouts in the world? So whatever. Anyway,
hey, what if APAC would give us money?
If we switched our rhetoric, maybe. But I think you and I are too far.
Let's go right.
I think
the right wing grifters make more money.
Way more.
Like left wing grifting is just not where it's at anymore. You have to be like in academia, calling yourself like three feathers to.
Yeah, you do.
To be
hey, you know what? We're light skinned half breeds. We might make it if we were actually smart.
Yeah.
In academia.
And started using the right. I identify as
wear my gusto every day.
Hello, I am here to acknowledge the land upon us.
Holy shit. Land acknowledgements. Oh God. Don't get me going.
I want to acknowledge that the parking space I parked is on my Indigenous land, so you cannot give me a ticket. Hashtag land back.
You know how many people are going to get mad at us for that?
Fuck them.
I don't. You know what though? It's just, to me. I mean, that the land acknowledgement stuff. A lot of times that comes off as performative.
It's because it's performative every time.
I mean, it's.
I'm going to steal your stereo and then acknowledge it used to be yours. That's another joke. I said, Canadians, they say you're nice. You're not nice. You're so mean. It's like every time I go somewhere, you acknowledge that this used to be my land and now it's not anymore. Why you got to brag like that?
Then give it back.
Yeah.
Then get off. Leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to start with Kickapoo. Start with the national parks.
Yeah.
Start with unoccupied spaces.
Yeah, but we're not going to be able to do that because not everybody who would want to do it is Indian enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's honestly, it was interesting to me to hear that. And then.
Well, I have a friend who's a famous pretendian.
Really?
Oh, yeah. She gets like destroyed in the media every 6 months or something. I don't know if I should even bring her up.
Huh. Well, you don't got to say a name. It's just interesting.
I'm not afraid. She's still my friend. I still like her.
Okay.
Like her name's Liz Hoover. So she's a professor at Berkeley.
Why have I heard that name?
Probably because she got beat up in the press a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I even made a TikTok where I was like, maybe this will satisfy you. We were walking on the Golden Gate Bridge, and I was like, gonna throw her off.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thought she was an Indian. I mean, I guess people were like, well, why didn't you research your past? And she said, oh, well, she never claimed, like, she just claimed she told she had heritage. She never really had any space. But she danced in powwows and shit and made beadwork, and she was cool. She's cool.
I mean,
and she was like, so Ensley was saying, if you get in that space and you try to elevate others, is that different? And she was like,
that is different.
She always put people together.
Yeah.
Like she still does that. She's not doing the native stuff anymore because they beat her up, and now she's fighting fires. She's a firefighter now.
It's not like,
and still a professor.
Yeah.
But it wasn't it wasn't because she was native she got that. But people, I guess she got grants and shit. Like
she did. I'm remembering.
She wrote a really great book that's like a primer of the environmental degradation of here in Akwesasne. That's what she did for her PhD.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
It's a really great resource that is now out of print because of all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's a real crime.
That's ridiculous.
Because this book, if you want to know about the environmental degradation of Akwesasne, here is this book. It's called A River Runs Through It.
That's the handbook.
Yeah. It's a perfect resource for that. So she wrote a great resource that would, really, and the proceeds went to the Freedom School.
Yeah.
So, so like, I still like her. She's still my friend. She's still got people here. She's like Buffy. She's still got people here that claim her.
I mean, that was one of the points that Ansley was making on that show, is that we really should be going on a case by case basis and really look at it and the circumstances, the context, the nuance, all of it.
So something he used a term, I texted him about this. He called them vampire hunters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People who make it their life's work to track down.
Yes.
Which I guess there's a place for, but like I do notice that the people who are the vampire hunters are often questionable themselves. Mm-hmm. Either like they didn't grow up on territory, they grew up far away, or they were adopted and they found their like heritage later, or they're very academic. Mm-hmm. And academia is a whole different thing. They have a whole language and lingo, and I think they're full of shit.
I think a lot of them are. I'm thinking of one person really in particular that you and I both were campaigning against. Who, I've heard this said before, and it's true. It's like the academic Indians, and that's a circuit.
Yeah.
That's a circuit.
It is.
And so all of that, comes down to basically if you can just claim with some sort of credibility that you're native and you have a lot of sheepskins and all of that, then you'll be able to go and, you publish some stuff and then you'll be on the circuit.
Yeah.
And that's what you do.
And you make the money. And
you teach some courses at, Columbia or wherever. Cornell. Yeah. And then, you're in.
And I know other people who like get involved in that stuff and they do some shady shit.
Yes.
But people don't really hear about it. You just hear about it like kind of in rumors. And
well, academia is its own world too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, like there's, the cops have their blue line.
Yeah.
Academia kind of does that too.
They do. So,
and I'm not smart enough to be in that world.
I'm not privy to it because I'm just like a country bumpkin, man.
Yeah. Like you said, we're a couple of loudmouth half-breeds who, you know what I mean? But I've been to some conferences for work where you meet those people.
Yeah.
And my experience with a lot of those people are, they just seem like it's just clear to me that they are using their indigenousness to just make money.
Yeah, further themselves.
Yeah.
They don't
to get famous.
Yeah. So how's that like someone who does build connection between communities? How are they somehow blackballed? And yeah, maybe they fucked up. Okay, so
sure.
Maybe they, but maybe it's also like, oh, why didn't you do the research to find out? I don't know. Why don't me and you take a 23andMe test?
Right.
Probably because we don't want to see what it actually says.
To be honest with you, and that, like when you said that, that really resonates with me because it's like, where are you, people say, well, why didn't you do the research? Well, why would you if the most trusted people in your life were telling you this?
Yeah.
And people in the community that you are claiming never brought it up to you. Why would you? What would cause you to go and do that if it was never an issue for you.
Right. Exactly.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Until these vampire hunters come out. And I'm not defending the pretendians. It's just that, let's be logical about this and think about, in some of these cases, why would they even bother to do that?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. Why would you? And then there's the other part is like, well, because you're human, you kind of don't want to know. Because I've watched your friend's entire identity unravel.
Yeah,
and that's
rough.
It's a mind fuck.
That will destroy a person for a very long, maybe forever.
Yeah.
I can't really fault anybody for that.
Right. And then when it goes to DNA tests, how accurate are they? That's the other part of that. Because I know it's not a full, they don't do a full sequencing of every person.
They can't.
No, they can't. That would take too much computing power. They do partial sequencings for certain markers, but they have to have a certain number of things to cross-reference.
Yep.
So with different, I don't know if this is the case.
Well, also...
So with certain populations who are real squirrely about giving their blood to the government, they don't have big samples.
Actually, that's particular. I read a couple things, and it was saying that for a lot of natives, that the DNA testing isn't really that great, because you're just you have all these factors of, well, how do you even trace back the DNA to some. To be
some
able
ancestor.
To, yeah. So it's just, to me, I read, I read a couple of things by. It seemed like a real nerd, so I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Well, I did watch this lady on TikTok, so this is where this information. Anyways, it was a lady from Mexico, and she did the DNA test on herself, and she was surprised because it was 30% of this kind of Indian from Guatemala. 40% of this kind of Indian from southern Mexico, and then 10% Vietnamese.
Oh, no kidding.
And then the tiny percentage of African, which I think everybody has.
Probably, yeah. You'd have to.
Turns out we're all from Africa.
Well, I
claim my African heritage.
I use that.
I am from Ghana and Botswana.
Ooh, good pull.
I hope that's an actual country.
It is.
All right.
It is. I actually...
Is it one of the good ones, too? It's not like Sudan. That's just
fucked.
I
don't know shit about Botswana. Although I do, in college, I knew 3 guys who were from Ghana. Yeah. And, I met them, and I was because they had they had accents. And so, I was just talking with them, and I was like, where are you guys from? And they said Ghana. And I was like, oh, West Africa. And they looked at me. They were like, how the hell did you how did you know where we're from?
I'm really into slavery.
Oh, God damn you.
They were the good ones. They sold the other people.
Beep.
My sister's friend was royalty or something from Ghana.
No kidding.
And she would get shit on by other Africans because the Ghanese were the ones who sold people from the interior.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, they did.
Made good money from it. Turns out selling people is good money.
It was.
Some places it still is.
Yeah. Is it Pakistan? They still have.
I think they said Lebanon.
Yeah, Lebanon. That one. Syria now too.
Yeah.
They've got.
Do they? I thought Syria.
Or Libya.
Yeah, Libya. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Libya now too. Yeah.
I think I was wrong about Lebanon. I think Lebanon's okay.
Well, I wouldn't say
as Middle East goes.
Hezbollah just got knocked again.
Well. So. Hey, you got to give it to the Israelis. They are good at killing.
They're persistent.
Mossad know what they're doing.
Dude.
They are good at what they do. They're better than the CIA.
Oh, way better.
They could take out presidents.
I legit, not that they've ever done that before. I am not endorsing this message, and I am in no way saying that.
They could knock down buildings in New York City and get away with it.
And I am in no way saying that Mossad killed JFK.
They definitely didn't.
Definitely did not. But yeah, that's actually, they really are good at what they do.
They are. Give them props. They are.
For sure.
That beeper thing, oh my goodness.
That
was.
The planning, years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah.
That was.
No wonder these guys are taking money for Maypac. It's take the money or get your head blown off. Jeez, pick one.
Yeah. And they're so blatant about it. They were literally, who did they give the golden pager to? Was that Trump?
Oh, I don't know.
Remember that though?
Yeah.
They gave that goddamn golden pager to somebody, and I'm like, holy
I just
shit.
remember when Cuomo was like
bragging about it.
when the whole thing, the debate between Mom Donnie and Cuomo was like, where are you going? Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv. That's where we're going. It's like, why? Why are you going there? I'd go to like Hawaii or Bangkok.
Because I don't want to get murked.
Yeah, yeah. I know who's paid your check, bud.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Mom Donnie's like, I'm not going anywhere. I live in New York City.
That was pretty great. Yeah. That was pretty great. I mean, but yeah, I mean, they really are good at what they do.
Do you think if we ever, like, let's be honest, if you ever got elected as tribal chief, you think they would like fly you to Tel Aviv?
I don't think so.
No? What if you let them in a casino?
Anybody can go to the casino.
What if we got like Israeli backing? Like, could we do that?
I don't know.
I mean, we have a border here.
Maybe.
Come on.
I'd
Start picking winners.
I'd rather get backed by China because that's the rising power.
Yeah, but they like stability. So I don't think
we could get some stability going.
I don't
here.
think they're going to do things that are disable.
You don't think our community is stable yet?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'd be into the shipping. We give them a way to get through these tariffs.
No, actually, I was thinking about this, and I know actually I'm pretty sure this would be breaking federal law, but like I had an idea of like, what if on the Canadian side of the territory, like in Snai or there wouldn't be room in St. But if you had the Chinese come in and put up one of their BYD, the electric vehicle, because they're like the best in the world.
Right.
What if we could have the manufacturing Chinese electric cars?
Let's do it on Cornwall Island
on the territory. Yeah, sure.
It'd be easier to truck materials in.
Yeah.
Oh, we just like give them the whole island. We'll just move everybody into the village.
I mean, I'm giving Leonard, MCA, Scott, this is an idea. Call up the Chinese.
They have to build us like new condos in the village so we can support all the people we move off the island.
And we also we definitely get a percentage of the earnings. And
yeah. Like
you have to employ all Aquasaslono who
No, we just get annuity checks. We don't want to work. Shut up.
It ain't one plant isn't gonna make that much money.
Yeah, well, it'll make billions of dollars. We'll all get a nice comfy cushion. We don't have to work.
Yeah, but then it goes, hey, you want to talk about resource allocation, right? Okay, so you were talking about per caps earlier.
Yeah.
So let's say we ended up getting cut $1 billion a year.
Right.
Right.
All right.
Does everybody on the roll would everybody who is on the rolls get their cut of that $1 billion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
I was just because 16, it's probably close to 17,000 now. As opposed to like 10,000 who live on the territory.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
You got to live here within.
Well, no.
Tribal council.
I'm just asking because I thought it would be a fun hypothetical.
I think it's fair. I think if it's $1 billion, we can split that pretty well.
Okay.
What would that split as?
I have no idea.
This is How Smart is Isaac.
Yep. How many zeros are in Billy?
6? No. 9. 9 figures.
62 grand a year for everybody.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's a perfect amount.
That's a perfect amount. You wouldn't have to work.
I would not work.
No.
We
would do this shit all day.
All day.
Yeah.
All day. We'd be talking about how awesome the Chinese are or Israelis, whoever.
I would
We'd be like,
gladly.
We'd be like, we're buying a beach house in Gaza. Just bulldoze those people.
That's rough.
You know what you guys should do? Put them in schools.
Yeah.
Boarding schools.
I can't even even though it's not being talked about as much anymore, but I mean, which it should be because Israel's violating that ceasefire every day.
It's being talked about. People just aren't paying attention.
Yeah. It's just like.
The shit going on in the West Bank is wild.
Yeah.
The way those settlers behave is wild.
Dude, they are nuts.
Like, I'm anti-war, but if the Marines want to go stop them, I would kind of support that.
Yeah.
Can we send the Marines to help those poor people?
I mean, those settlers are real. They're just going in there and bulldozing over those people.
I'm pretty sure that's how the whites acted when they were settling here.
For sure.
Especially like when you hear the stories from the West, like the Mormons and the when the Irish went to settle the Indian
when there
lands.
was the gold rush.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's exactly how they behaved.
It had to be.
And if we went back in time with a camera, we would want to murder those settlers as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't understand I mean, like, especially coming from an indigenous point of view.
Yeah.
I don't really see what, I mean, people who are.
Look, even if we were taking our land back, I wouldn't want our people to act like that.
No, I wouldn't. No, I don't want, like
when I hear land back, yeah, we'll buy the house and,
that's the way I look at it.
Or you could even like join us and like just pay your tax to us.
Yeah.
And fair enough.
That's kind of the way I want land back, but I don't really want to go on a murder spree.
No.
Just, you know what I mean? Like, I know there are people in Onkwehonwe who probably would want to
I don't
do
think
that.
they thought it through that far, though.
No, but I
think
mean,
that's
like,
just an emotional response. And
sure, definitely.
they're not thinking of the actual logistics of like, well, that would just empower them and they outnumber you by a lot.
And we don't have an army and we will get decimated.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. I agree. I mean, it's not, people haven't really thought that through, but I've just,
But also, we do have a great law, and we kind of stick by it.
It's the best law, the great law.
It's right in the name. It's great.
It's great.
So, have we solved pretendianism?
I don't know, but there was some other stuff that.
What do your notes say?
They were talking about right now. This was I wanted to talk about because Ansley was talking about how that the podcast sphere, like all this new media that's there,
Yeah.
it's democratized, the ability of people to get their voice out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like there's not a whole bunch of gatekeeping,
Right.
or as tight anyway. I mean, Google can decide that Sage Against the Machine isn't going to get seen on YouTube anymore.
They could.
We could always go to Rumble, though.
But I mean, we decide that ourselves by being too niche and
Yeah, exactly.
not promoting ourselves.
No, yeah. I mean, like,
Not working hard enough.
I'm saying, like, based on what we said.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and not just because, they're two half-breed Indians. We don't want them on the...
Hey, we have 32 followers now on our channel.
On our single channel?
Yeah.
Hey, not bad.
And we also put this on the playlist of the outlaws that have significantly more followers.
Oh, yeah.
400 and something.
I told you, like, I am fully convinced that probably most of those new subscribers to the Outlaws is because of Sage.
Maybe 32 of them.
I'm just gonna stop doing this show altogether. Then. Well, you can't give our show, you can't give Sage any credit.
You know what makes me cry?
Oh.
Not cry, but like I have a joke, and then it's something like you know how they tell you the comparison is the thief of joy, and I have to keep that in mind because when I compare that, there's 32 people following this podcast, and meanwhile chud like Nick Fuentes has millions of people who follow him and give him money.
Yeah.
And if that guy is an inspiration to millions of people, and I look at that pathetic loser who can't get a girlfriend, and he could probably buy one now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he could buy one.
Yeah. For sure. I'm like, oh man, I got to work harder or something.
I honestly, like, I love doing the show, and I do think that if we had the time to be able to go out there and like push more, I think it might be different. But
every follow for Sage is a blow against white supremacy.
Yeah.
And Nick Fuentes.
We are taking down white nationalism every time somebody subscribes.
Yes.
So do it.
And we're promoting indigeneity.
Yes.
At least halfway.
At least halfway. But yeah, so it was like I thought it was interesting that the point of democratizing all of this, because it used to be that a guy like Thomas King would kind of be able to gatekeep that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's a good point. And you and I have talked about this. I've talked about this with Ansley a little bit, and you hit on this before was, there are people who were, turn out to be pretendians, but they actually were lifting up Native voices.
Yeah.
And so, but now we have an opportunity where you and I can just create a channel,
right?
And we can come on here and we can say all the stuff we want to say. And I think it really does give people an opportunity to really see the wide scope, the variety of points of view of Native people.
Yes.
Because you and I are certainly different than what Ansley does.
Yeah, exactly. People are always telling me I'm different.
Yeah, well, you are different.
Special even.
Yeah.
I'm a unique snowflake.
I mean, I do like we're definitely different, but I mean, it's and one mic, one spoon. Like those are, you're getting a different sort of, because people, I always think that people tend to look at us as like a monolith, like natives overall.
Well, yeah, of course.
And like, and that, this space of being able to do these kinds of things, it really is busting up that, that stereotype.
Right. And if we want to dominate with the right roots of peace, we have to kind of allow people in.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of part of it. So we're going to slowly acculturate all these people around us and make them us.
Good.
And that's what we'll do.
I mean,
and we'll adopt the ways of the bears that serve us, like, shawarma.
Yeah. Oh, shawarma's so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And my Lebanese friends are also into their cousins.
Ooh.
So we share that in common.
Hey. But yeah, I mean, too, he was talking about kind of the responsibility that we also have as podcasters. And I know that sounds, it can sound kind of weird.
It sounds like it sounds weird.
But also, I see the point too, though, because we're on here just, saying whatever we want. But you want to also, I don't know, I guess be authentic. You know what I mean?
Authentic and accurate to the best of your ability?
Not that. Not necessarily. Well, yes. But I look at it as I want to be able to show people the really how different our voices can be and the points of view that we have.
Sure. That's why we bring on some of our guests, too.
Exactly.
So we hear their point of view.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure some of them, I could be a little out there.
Yeah. I mean, you and me 2 episodes in a row, we can go down some very strange roads.
Yes. Next one we'll do it on drugs.
Yes.
So this week in indigeneity, I ran a sweat lodge. I sang at a social.
All right.
I taught yoga. I shared the great law of peace and mixed it with yoga.
That's Indian.
Close enough. It's curry and fry bread.
Ooh. Yeah.
And I poured a slab.
Yeah, I saw when you sent me the pictures of that. That looks good.
A bald eagle flew over our heads. That was cool.
That's real indigenous.
Oh my goodness! I just felt the spirits that day.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So those are the stuff I did this week.
All I did was work. I don't know if I did any real indigenous stuff this week. I don't know. I have to think about it.
I talked on a radio station. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that every day, but
yeah, you're good at it though.
Cooked a turkey. Actually, I didn't cook the turkey. I made roasted potatoes.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
buddy. Yeah, I don't know. Just things I was thinking about, and if everybody really should take listen to Ansley's show.
Yes, listen to Original People's Podcast.
And go check out One Mic, One Spoon, too.
Now, is that a radio show?
I believe it. Yeah, it had call letters.
Yeah.
But it's also got a podcast channel.
I looked at the Facebook. I could only find the one episode.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if it's like a new thing or...
I don't... I was looking at it because I watched it through Ansley's...
Maybe I'll put some links to those two...
It's got 12
podcasts.
videos on there, One Mic, One Spoon on the channel.
Right.
So, yeah. It was, I had never heard of it before, to be honest, but Ansley was on there and I saw it on Facebook. So,
yeah.
And it was really good. Ansley was talking about, too, how we all need to, there's no need to make it a competition. And all I could think was, yeah, it's no competition because you're a big time podcaster, buddy. But I'm going to tell him that too.
Right. Do it. Do it. Hey, let's just inflate our numbers. Like the Outlaws have 430 or something subscribers. And we have 32. So if you can combine those together,
500.
That's close to 500. Let's just,
buddy.
we'll round up 500. 500 more, we can monetize.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, someday.
We are Sage Against the Machine. I'm Joshua.
I'm Isaac.
And we'll be back. Let's do the Indigenous People's Podcast and also One Dish, One Mic,
One Spoon. Yep. Yeah.